What is going on, everybody? This is Dave and welcome back to another Football Manager video. Another Wolves player experiment. We're getting very close to the transfer deadline day, so there's going to be a few more of these in the next couple of days. A double upload tonight, boys. If you're watching it on the 29th, the date of upload, there will be another one with Jordan Rhodes coming up very, very soon. But today, as you could tell by the title, as you could tell by the thumbnail, we're going to be testing out Dwight Gayle. Obviously, I kind of had this planned yesterday, but today it got, well, not confirmed fully, but there's a Sky source saying that if Newcastle bring in a replacement, they'd be happy to see Dwight Gayle go. A couple of teams, you know, Wolves have been linked, Leeds have been linked, but we're going to be testing him out at Wolves today. So big Dwight Gayle at Wolves. Not a bad striker at all. I think he'd be very, very good. You know, you don't realise he's actually 27 now. He's been around for quite a while. You know, he was a young lad back at Peterborough when he sort of got found almost. But yeah, he's scoring goals for Newcastle. He scored goals last year despite being injured a little bit. But we're going to put him at Wolves. He's a quick guy. He's quite strong as well. Physically, he's not too bad at all. Obviously, he's quite small. He's 5'10". Well, I know it's not, you know, massively small, but it's not, you know, 6 foot plus. But again, he's good at finishing. He's okay at heading. Decent at free kick taking. Really, all round, he's a really, really good player. He's got 2 appearances for Jamaica, which obviously I'm fairly confident he's born in England, but he's chosen to, yeah, he's chosen to go for Jamaica. And overall, I think he's going to be a very, very good player. I've put it at about 8 million. I'm not too sure what the fee would be. But overall, I think it would be a fantastic signing for Wolves. And if I'm honest, it would probably be, out of all the strikers that we've been linked with, I would be very, very happy with Dwight Gayle if that went through. But as normal, we're going to be skipping forward through these. If you missed any of the other player experiments, there is a playlist with them all on the channel. But we're going to be checking out this one, skipping through this and see how Dwight Gayle can get on and if he can help Wolves fire into the Premier League once again. So then, we're at the end of the first season, and it is time to see how Dwight Gayle got on. Well, he's still at Wolves, and he scored a massive 22 goals, 5 assists as well. Didn't have quite a full season, but very, very close. He appeared 41 times, starting 39 games, coming off the bench in 2 of them. And a 7.11 average rating. 2 goals and 2 in the EFL Cup as well, with 2 assists, grabbing an 8.15 average rating. He grabbed a few more appearances for Jamaica, although not scoring that many more goals. But a very, very good season. 22 goals for him in the league. A goal every 152 minutes, which is an average of just over a game and a half, which is very, very good indeed for Dwight Gayle. I'd be very, very impressed with that. And no club's interested in him to sign. Injury-wise, he had a few weeks out towards the start of the season, but I think that was sort of pre-season-ish. So he may well have been unfit right at the start of the season, but I'm sure he probably wouldn't have missed too many games. But 28 years of age now, obviously hitting his prime, finishing top goal scorer, which is solid for Wolves. Let's see if they got promoted. They certainly did. They won the league as well. Alex Neil now in charge. I assume Nuno got snapped up after just 11 games in charge. He ended up, well, he went to Villa and they got sacked by the looks of it. So Villa didn't do too well at all. Let's have a quick look at what happened there. So Stevie Bruce was sacked very, very early on, which is quite strange. Nuno joined and then was sacked as well. Didn't do too well at all. But Wolves have got Alex Neil now and have done the business. They've finished top of the league, which is what they wanted. Knocked out in the second round of the EFL Cup and knocked out in the third round of the FA Cup. But Wolves won by a comfortable 4 points. 9 points ahead of third place Hull as well. And Blues went up with Wolves, which is crazy as well, under Harry Redknapp. But we'll check. I'm assuming he finished top goal scorer. He's certainly 24 goals. Cavallero and Helder Costa finishing second and third as well. Obviously, Jota and so on have left the club now. But very solid for Wolves. They'll be happy with that, finishing top of the Championship. But we'll skip forward now another year to see how Wolves can get on in the Premier League with Dwight Gayle. So then it is the end of the first season with Wolves in the Premier League. And as you can see, they're after a manager. Didn't go too well. They finished bottom of the Premier League, unfortunately. They've brought in Fabian Delph as well, but Ruben Neves is still there. Brought in Fabian Delph for a good amount of money. Rui Fonte came in from Fulham as well, the attacking midfielder and striker. Sam Gallagher came in. Obviously, we did an experiment on him at Wolves. Not too many big outs this year, and so they've sort of kept the team mainly together. Alex Neil was sacked just now, more or less. He finished bottom and got sacked in the end. It looks like Jeff Shee and co. gave him the majority of the season. So Dwight Gayle finished top goal scorer again, only with 11 goals this year. He didn't play too many games, to be honest, only 26 games. Whether that was because he was injured, we'll have a look in a minute, or whether that was just because of the amount of strikers Wolves have brought in. But he got a 6.8 average rating overall. Again, some more games for Jamaica, scoring a lot more goals, 16 goals now in 24 appearances, and 198 minutes. So his goal-to-minute ratio wasn't as good this year, 198 minutes, but still, it's not too bad. No interest from other clubs at the moment, so we will remain at Wolves, I'd assume. But a 6.8 average rating, 2 man of the matches, 1 assist as well. So, or injuries as well, we were going to check, see if he got injured. So he had a little one. He broke his shoulder, which saw 3 weeks out, and a little concussion saw 5 days out. So again, not a massive chunk of his season, but he still managed to finish top goal scorer. Sam Gallagher played a good amount of games as well, as Rui Fonte. Again, not too sure how they were playing. Were they playing with a lone striker? So whenever Sam Gallagher played, obviously, our pal Dwight Gayle was on the bench, and whenever Dwight played, obviously Sam Gallagher was probably on the bench. But again, 11 goals, not too bad. But Wolves finished rock bottom of the Premier League, and they'll hopefully want to react from that with a new manager. They finished 7 points behind Watford in the end, who were just outside the relegation zone, who stayed in the end quite comfortably. But we'll skip forward another year, see if Dwight Gayle can help fire Wolves back into the Premier League with another season in the Championship. So then we're at the end of the 1920 season, and again, insecure jobs this time. It's Carl Robinson at Wolves. Wolves finishing 9th in the Championship this season, so we're not going to see, again, a straight promotion. Key player at the moment is Hal Carvalho, but it looks like obviously Ruben Neves has probably left the club. He certainly has. Wolves brought in £53 million worth of players. I cashed in on a lot, unfortunately. Ruben Neves left to Real Madrid for almost 30 million. Helder Costa went to Torino. Ben Marshall left. Matt Doherty went to LA Galaxy. Players in though, Wolves did spend £24 million. Spent George Teixeira, a new region. Look at that haircut. 925 quid to play for this kid. And to be fair, some of his stats are ridiculously good. He does not look like a bad region. Wolves spent a lot of money on this guy from Arsenal, Labudovic. Not seen many regens being brought, but this guy, again, as a centre-half, looks absolutely quality, if I'm honest. But obviously, we're here to see how well Dwight Gayle got on. Wolves, though, in the end, finishing only 6 points behind the playoffs, so it wasn't the worst season in the world, but Rui Fonte finished top goal scorer this season. Dwight Gayle didn't get much game time at all, just 3 starts, 9 appearances as a substitute and 4 goals, a 6.69 average rating. His goal to game ratio overall isn't too bad at the moment, but it's a shame he didn't play many games at all. Again, not really any injuries that would have kept him out for the majority of the season, so maybe it's just Wolves have got better options now. Unfortunately, Dwight Gayle only playing 12 games overall. A goal every 117 minutes is not a bad record at all, and he's still physically there. It's not like he's, decreased physically. He's still very, very quick player. He's still got a bit of strength, and he's still a good finisher as well. So it's a shame that Wolves aren't playing him. I think if they did, they probably would have done a little bit better. Still playing with that lone striker. This time it is Steve Mooney, the ex-Huddersfield man who came in. But yeah, not the best season. We'll hope that Dwight Gayle could get some more football next year. It'll be very interesting to see if Carl Robinson stays. Wolves did bring in Paul Heckingbottom, but again, quickly sacked him and got Robinson in. But we'll skip forward again another year and hope to see Dwight Gayle get some more first team action. So then, another year, and hopefully we'll see Wolves do slightly better, and hopefully see Dwight Gayle grab some more first team action. He's probably one of the best strikers that we've seen so far in his first year, but he's not played much at all. And this time he's played a lot more, but not scored many goals. 17 games he started, came off the bench in 4, so overall 21 games, but did only score 3 goals and 3 assists. Getting on a little bit now, physically, still there, but deteriorating slightly. His value was shot down, and his age has dropped as well. He's into his last year of his contract next term, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Wolves go and let him go. He's now classed as a rotation player. Not great at all for him this year. Again, we'll always check these injuries because you never know as a player gets older. And Dwight Gayle is slightly injury prone. This year wasn't a great season for him. 509 minutes on the pitch per goal, which isn't good at all. Wolves finished 5th in the Championship, so we'll have to quickly see if they got promoted, surely. But as you can see, top goal scorer Brownie Day, the ex-West Brom man, came to the Molineux. He bagged 18 goals at 32 years of age. It shows that age isn't anything in football, especially, you know, if he could do it, surely Dwight Gayle could do it. He played for Huddersfield in the Championship last season, grabbed 17 goals, joined Wolves and matched that amount as well. Not a bad signing at all for Wolves, considering they spent £23 million this year, along with David Araya from Blackburn as well, because they brought in £12 million worth of players. Courtney Horsewent and Rui Fonte, the top goal scorer, left, along with Steve Mooney as well. So Dwight Gayle, they must have been playing 2 up front, I'd imagine. No, they were. They were only playing 1 up front, but you know, it's one of those. But by the looks of things, Wolves may well. They've still got the player final to play in 1 game's time. In 1 day's time, they play Stoke. So it'll be very interesting to see if Wolves get promoted to the Premier League. Dwight Gayle is still there at the moment, but Wolves have got Stoke in the playoff final. Obviously, we'll skip forward to the next year, and if they're in the Premier League, we'll obviously know if they've come out with a win. So then we're here again, and Wolves in the Premier League again, as you could tell here. So they would have won that player final, but they're looking for a new boss again. Finishing rock bottom yet again, unfortunately. This time, missing out on staying up by just 4 points. Was it Carl Robinson who stayed at the club? It certainly was. He had a good amount of time at the club, to be fair, but in the end, he was sacked as he couldn't keep Wolves up. Obviously went and won in that game in the playoff final last term. They did. After extra time, they beat Stoke 3-1. Our man Dwight Gayle scoring in the end to wrap it all up. He this season didn't play any games, so obviously I'd imagine now he's still on that same contract. I'd imagine he's going to be leaving the club. Set as a backup now, no games. He's 32 years of age, still on 73 grand a week. So unfortunately, he didn't play any games at all. Managed to grab 3 goals in the end. But he's in the under-23. He's in the reserves, where he scored 1 goal in 6. 1 goal in 2 in the Checkatrade Trophy. So not the best season for him. That is probably where we're going to call it, though. Wolves, as a whole, a bit of a yo-yo club at the moment. But not really giving managers a lot of time. It didn't help that Nuno left quite early on as well. But overall, Wolves, Premier League club as we leave them. But there would be obviously a Championship club next year. And Dwight Gayle firing for Wolves for a year or 2 before obviously coming massively down the pecking order. Would you like to see Dwight Gayle at Wolves? Do let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.